Gaming journal. Today I'm going to be doing some events just so that I don't get tilted like last time. Anyways, starting off with Gypceros and Rumpopolo, two easy monsters. Um, Pretty much rolled Rumpopolo easily with a bunch of focus strikes into full release slash. Didn't even go for the capture, just went straight for the slay. Hmm. Then we were on to Gypceros. Pretty much the same thing, but I got a mount and then onto a bunch of the wounds in focus strikes and just full release slash over and over. Pretty easy on. After we got it down, went for the capture. Easy. Next we have Yankutku, the worst monster. No, that's Uthduna. Second worst monster, maybe. um, Uthduna, yeah, worst. This one I went for a sneak attack straight into full release slash, but this thing was so slippery. I had to chase it the whole time because it kept on running away. Anyway, once I got it down, got a bunch of wounds, went for focus strikes into full release slash, and this one was over in like 5 minutes. Captured, done. Next is Kongalala and Rathian. Not much to say. The ape and the dragon. So Kongalaga farted on me and then just proceeded to just fart, burp, fall, jump, body slam. And then I was just like out of it. I had to get control and then managed to get it down. Got some wounds and then focus strikes into full release slash easy. Uh, Took about 7-ish minutes, wasn't too long. Went for the capture and then onto Rathian. Rathian is flying. Don't really like flying monsters, but this was cool. She roared the sky clear. That was dope. Anyways, I had to chase her quite a bit because she's super slippery. um, you see, I keep getting hit or I keep missing my hits. Anyways, we did get some poke in and then we got it down. Got a bunch of wounds in and did some focus strikes into full release slash and then it was over. Went for the capture. That one took a bit longer, about 5 to 10 minutes, I think. Closer to 10 because she kept on running away. Anyway, on to the next one. It's Nasilla and Gypceros frenzied, and this was terrible. Frenzied monsters are so fast. They are weak, but they hit hard and they're super fast. So I started off with a sneak attack, and then I had to do a bunch of poke because there were two of them, and I I couldn't get a full release slash. I just had to poke. I should have known to just do a bunch of ZSDs so that I couldn't be hit by the other monster because I kept on getting hit when I tried to do full release slash. Maybe I should have also stuck to the rising slash, but I kept on getting interrupted. So I probably should have stuck to ZSD so I can stick onto the monster and not get hit. Um, they were pretty easy once once we got them down. Once we got them exhausted, got wounds open, did some focus strikes into full release slash because that works. Once you get the focus strike, they get knocked down. As long as the other monster's not interrupting, then it wasn't a problem. Nasilla down, captured, easy. Um, then Gypceros, I hate, I hate that thing. Anyways, got it down, focus strikes into full release slash. Um, this one was kind of funny. I went to restock because I was out of um, traps, and then you'll see here As I'm coming down onto the off the platform, I just do a hit and then it died. That was funny. Anyways, onto Lalabarina and Toshiguma. Not a big fan of Lalabarina because she's kind of top heavy, so it's kind of difficult to hit her with a skinny body at the bottom, and she is obviously like a ballerina, quite fast, jumping everywhere. So I missed a lot of my hits. I had to do a bunch of poking with the axe, and then finally got some. I got a ZSD once. I couldn't get it again. It was difficult to get it down, but captured her quite easy. Then onto Doshaguma. I started off with a sneak attack, and this thing is tanky and hits like a truck. I could, yeah, you can see there, caught it right there every time. So I had to do a bunch of poke, and then once we got a bunch of wounds on it, went for the focus strikes into the full release slash. Um, and then pretty much it was over from here. Just kept on doing focus strike, full release slash, focus strike, full release slash. That thing was down and captured it pretty easy. Then I had to do some of my dailies. I was trying to go for 2 for 1, 9-star monster and Arcveld, but I put off more than I could chew. This thing is intense. He is so tanky and it's so hard to get him down. But I tried my best. Bunch of poke. Um, did try to get into the Rising Slash combo. Was difficult, especially with it being so. He just moves so quickly and he puts on the pressure so much. I'm still struggling to get my counters down. Um, it's just I never think about doing a counter, which is a problem. I always think, okay, I have to do an offset, but I'm in sword mode. How am I gonna do that? I'm supposed to do a counter. I need to figure that out. Anyway, he put on too much pressure. I couldn't make the hunt. Kept on just missing and getting hit. Eventually, I carted 3 times. You can see there, done, done, and then the Floyd's lava, done. I decided, okay, I need to just at least get one Okveld. So I looked for an 8-star variant. Finally found one. And then this one is pretty easy because you can pretty much just put the put the pressure on easily. Stays down pretty much all the time if you can get your what is it, rising slash combo, and it does the damage. Once you get all of those done, you can open up a bunch of wounds into focus strikes, and then you can do the FSR. But I think um, the Rising Slash combo is pretty good, really good for an 8-star at least for me. This one was super easy. I think I only caught it once. Then I managed to get an offset here, which was it's always cool to see an offset. And people always say, why are you using bombs on 8-star monsters? It doesn't scale. I like bombs, explosions. Okay, leave me alone. Any Switch X man will say explosions. That's why. You know, I don't think I managed to get a ZSD later on. But yeah, ZSD head explosions. Anyways, captured him. Took a bit long. I'd say about 15 minutes. I think 12 to 15 minutes. Then finally, Raydao and Gypceros. Raydao, best monster in Monster Hunter Wilds. Was kind of difficult. Had to do a bunch of poke, and I kept on getting flashed. It was, was annoying as hell. But I managed to get a bunch of pokes so that I could open some wounds. This interaction was weird. I put a bomb down and it exploded for no reason. Anyway, did a bunch of poke, got a bunch of wounds. This was the only full release slash I got. Everything else was a focus strike into a full release slash. So that I probably should have done ZSDs just so I didn't have to get hit so much. Um, Gypseros down easy, and then managed to get Raydao done. This was my favorite one of the night. Just 2 hours, 8 hunts was pretty cool. That's it. Thanks for watching.